You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why I say I gotta upgrade. That's the reason why you gotta upgrade and stuff. Sitting there doing a video, next thing you know, it just cuts out. This is why I gotta upgrade and stuff, man. Did a video just cuts out. It just totally cuts out and stuff, man. So, you know, you just gotta upgrade it. You just gotta upgrade and stuff, man. Don't know what happened to stuff. Video just cuts out. That's it. Got to start all over. Yeah. So, make a long story short and stuff, man. Everything that's on the truck that can be fixed now is fixed. The people, however, that's doing the work for me, they're moving to Jacksonville away from New Jersey. You know, they're right now where they are in a prime location where I'm not too far away from them. I can just take the equipment there, get it fixed, get it moving and stuff, and that's that. They're moving to Jacksonville. It puts a real damper on, because I know the only way I can go to them is if I get to North Carolina. Then I'll just take the risk of going down there, because that's how good of work the stuff they do. But I got from now till January, to get whatever it is I need fixed and stuff, man. Because once they move down and stuff, I mean, I said I'm still gonna see them if I can get to them. But these guys and stuff, man, they just real good at what they do, and I just hate that I'm glad he got the location because it's a lot better and they can get a lot of more things done there as opposed to New Jersey. But it sucks because everybody's in Florida, Everybody's in Florida and stuff, and I'm always up and down here in the Jersey, I'm always in the Jersey area. So, it is what it is. I'm just going to continue to use them, stuff like that, and just go from there. So, that's what's been going on with the truck and stuff, man. I mean, it's just the normal things that go bad that you now know where they are and you fix them, and now it's good to go, and it's back to its original form. So, yeah. With the whole social media thing, right? The iPhone 7S it's just not gonna cut it anymore and stuff. They changed the platform up to where you got to have better equipment, and that's just all to it. So I got to seriously get myself into knowing the type of things and stuff that I knew that I need in order to upgrade my platform. It's a must now. It's this. I've been comfortably doing things. It's like what guys have been doing in the LEAF program. That's what I've been doing on social media. And you wonder, well, how come he's not getting the recognition that he's getting? And it's because I'm not putting in the work that people are putting in. Even if they're entertaining or whatever. They put in the work to go down here and get the equipment. And I'm a reference Trucker Brown and stuff. I mean, Trucker Brown said a long time ago. He knew he was doing this content and stuff like that. He said he got to upgrade the equipment. When he did, his platform growed. And so that's one thing I can say about Trucker Brown genuinely is that whatever his subscribe base is, he got that. There was no algorithm helping him or none of that stuff there. So if he got 100,000 subscribers, yeah, he got 100,000 loyal subscribers. I got to get that to him. He put the work in, and much shout out to him. On that. I mean, we have our indifferences and stuff like that, but I'll give respect where respect is due. And so I got to be the same way. Just like how I'm seriously pursuing things in this Cascadia or just in my business. Social media is no different. Even though I have to incorporate it as a business. It's not a part-time anymore and stuff because I'm having conversations with people and then I see the effects of what it has on people and stuff. That really take into consideration what has to be done. So yeah, it's a part of my business now and stuff. You know, I'm not monetizing it yet. I'm not monetizing it yet, but just understand that, you know, it's coming. You know, as you know, these upgrades and stuff, these upgrades, these sciences and stuff that I'm dropping. Um, I'm not expecting compensation, you know, in the form of cash or whatever stuff. But what I am saying is that, um, you know, some of the platforms I'm going to set up is going to require some monetization. You know, cause some of it's going to be one on one, and some of it's going to be one on one and stuff. And so, you know, I've been fast at work saying, okay, how am I going to do the one on one? And I'm gonna go a little bit deeper than just phone calls. You know, I'll be going a little bit deeper than just phone calls and stuff. But I'll get more into that and stuff as I get those things and stuff set up. So, um, but yeah, for the most part, uh, the lives, what I do on YouTube and stuff, until I get my equipment upgraded, um, and stuff, man, this is gonna be it right here. You know, so if you got my contact information, it's up here on the YouTube page and stuff. Feel free to text me. Feel free to text me and stuff like that. Just like how you've been doing. You know, text me, let me know who you are, let me know what the subject matter is and stuff. Give me a few minutes, or, you know, to get myself together, and, you know, we can go ahead and go into dialogue and stuff that way. So most of my stuff is going to be shifted towards, right now, Instagram and Facebook. It's going to be shifted more towards Instagram and Facebook. So, you know, Instagram, if you ain't following me, I don't understand why you're not, but Instagram is Red Rooster 22. That's Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. So I'm gonna get busy uploading stuff up there, because, see, you know, there on that platform, it's not so much. You don't have to upgrade and stuff so much. I mean, you know, you can go ahead, you can upload and stuff, and that's that. But and everything that I do doesn't require me to go live in order to let you know the information and stuff there. And as much as I want to upload videos and stuff on YouTube, it's just, I got a storage issue on the phone and stuff. So I'll be doing a video and then say, hey, you out of storage. And so I'm like, God, now I got to start back over again. And so I guess that's been the whole thing about live, is that, you know, you can go live and there's no storage issue. You just got to make sure your phone don't overheat, or, you know, the phone just decide that, you know, you want to upgrade or do things on its own or whatever. So, you know, until I get that iPhone 14 or whatever, you know, it's what I got to do. You don't have any social media accounts other than YouTube. I mean, hey, just hey, dude, you gotta, you know, there's nothing wrong with social media. There's not. You know, it all depends on what you do. You know, if you buy information, then you go into the information section. If you buy entertainment, then you go into the entertainment section. You know, that's it. It's just, you know, some people get a little bit caught up in some of these things and stuff, and they make big deals over nothing, but, you know, it is what it is. So, nothing wrong with social media and stuff. I mean, it's the way to go. In my opinion, social media is toxic. Well, it's, you know, it's just like fire and water. It's just like fire and water and stuff. You know, they good servants, bad masters. So, you know, we're grown people. We're grown people, and we should be able to know how to mediate everything that is involved with our lives and stuff, right? So, I mean, you know, yeah, there are things and stuff that's out there, but it doesn't mean that you got to participate in it. It's still going to be going on, right? You don't have to be a part of it. You know, there are different sections and stuff that you can go into, and it can be rather constructive, you know. Like I said, it's social media. So, you know, you just get in where you fit in. You know, it's just like being out here in the world, you know. There are places and stuff that, you know, some people go to, and then, you know, you may have your indifference with it. You don't have to go there, you know. So, you know, we just got to be adult. We got to be adult and mature enough to know what things that we want to involve ourselves in, and just go from there. And so, you know, If it's counterproductive to you, then just don't involve yourself in it. It's as simple as that. It really surprised me a lot of time on social media how people will have a problem with the person on social media, and the only thing they have to do is just click off the video. You know, they have to click off videos, just like, for instance, some people like, it's just anybody. Oh well, I don't like the way he's talking or he's presenting himself and stuff. Okay, all right, well just click off his video, unsubscribe to him and stuff like that. If you see his video, don't click on it. There it is, no harm, no foul and stuff. But people have to involve themselves in these type of things, and then they get themselves emotionally wrapped in something, and we're supposed to be grown people, So, it's just just using logic and stuff, and that's that. I mean, yeah, some things people are going to say are going to bother you. You're going to have indifferences and stuff, but it doesn't mean that you got to stick around and listen to it. You don't have to listen to it. Heck, you don't even have to address it. Yeah, just keep it moving, man. So, yeah. So, anyway, as far as the trucking content and stuff goes, Instagram, I'm gonna get my Facebook and stuff up, and we'll communicate and stuff. We'll communicate and stuff through there, and I'm gonna be fast at work trying to get my equipment and stuff, because I want to make sure that my content and stuff is on point. I got to get with people and stuff, man, that know what they're doing. I got to sit down and get this thing popping, because this right here, it's okay, it's good. But I want to convey the message. I want to convey the message, and I want it to be, I don't want any kind of interruptions and stuff on the channel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my message, my message, the things that I talk about and stuff, people, they get it. It's just, if it's not, if the channel is not, if the channel is janky, right, then doesn't matter what kind of good work and stuff that I do. If it's janky, people are just not going to come over there. It's like, well, daggone. He's got a good message, but I mean, he's not putting any time and effort into, fixing up his channel. And so, and I'm sitting over here trying to say, okay, yeah, hey, I serve good food, but yeah, you serve the food out your house. What's wrong? Get you a food truck or something, Get you a food truck, get you a restaurant or whatever. I mean, I'm not comfortable coming to your, yeah, you probably serve good food, but I'm not comfortable coming into your house and sitting in your kitchen and trying to pretend it's a restaurant or whatever and stuff, so, yeah, that's the thing there, I got to put the real serious work in and making sure that this channel is growing the way it's supposed to and stuff, and I got to upgrade my equipment, bottom line. Otherwise, I could be in the middle of talk. I could be in the middle of giving good signs, and then next, the phone overheats. So now, like, daggone, what was he talking about? And the footage just cuts off. Or somebody calls, and I'm right in the middle of, talking about what's going on and stuff like that. And I'm accused of being very long-winded and stuff like that. And I'm saying, to that, I just say, I want you to get a complete total understanding of what it is I'm talking about with no confusion, But, yeah, that's the issue and stuff there. So, yeah, my equipment, the old equipment just ain't gonna work. Like I said, hey, in trucking, you can get your old truck, old trailer, fix it up, get it rebuilt. Everything is everything and stuff. But, man, the social media, you can't be buying old phones and old cameras and stuff talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get it rebuilt and stuff like, nah, it just ain't happening, man. It's just not happening. So, this is just one of these platforms stuff where upgrade is necessary. And so not only upgrade is necessary, but you gotta be able to be able to keep up with the time and stuff, be tech savvy. You can't sit there and say, okay, well, I'm gonna just stick with the old way of doing things and stuff. Nah, that's just not. You gotta step the game up and stuff, man. And so that's the thing there. I haven't been stepping up my game, and I'm very disappointed. But I got to put the real serious work in, and what you say, off topic, but where can a company driver go to make good money right now? Any trucking company, you can go and make good money. All right, here's one of the things and stuff that I want to talk about, right? Here's one of the things and stuff that I want to talk about. There's no place, there's no company that you can go to and say that this company is better than this company. This company is better than this company. Wherever you go to, you have to be a person to say, man, hey, look, I need to maximize my potential. I need to maximize my potential. You see these guys, don't call them by name. I'm just saying, you see these guys and stuff, they work for a company for a month, work for a company 2 months, then they talk about, oh, this company is terrible. They leave, they go to another company, they work there for a couple months and stuff, and then they go right back to the same carrier that they quit, to go back over there to that company again to, okay, well, they promised me this and they promised me that, and then they wind up leaving these companies and so on and so forth. What people fail to do is that you do not maximize your potential wherever you are. You see what I'm saying? Maximize your potential wherever you are. Doesn't matter what company you go to and stuff, are you maximizing your potential when you're there? Do you understand the other venues and stuff in that company that you can do to make money? I get into one bad argument with my dispatcher, now I'm ready to quit. They didn't get me home on the weekend, I'm ready to quit. They didn't get me home on time, I'm ready to quit. Those type of things there and stuff. So if the issue is about money, then you got to be a hustler. That's all to it. There's no such thing as comfortability and hustling. There's no such thing as a comfortable hustler. Either you're going to be doing things comfortably or you're going to be hustling. The hustler is going to always be hustling. And hustling is not comfortable. You see what I'm saying? You got to get up. You got to get up and stuff, man. You got to be at places and stuff, man. You got to learn these things and stuff, so on and so forth. There are learning curves and stuff that's there. You might say the wrong things, do the wrong things, be at the wrong place at the wrong time and stuff. And those consequences and stuff there. There are learning curves and stuff that you're going to have to go through in order to get this skill, in order to maximize your potential. That's what it means to be a hustler. You're not going to be able to get home at the time you ain't going to be able to get home at the time you want to get home. You're not going to be able to get the things and stuff done at the time you're going to get things done. You got to get the things done. Okay, in the midst of learning these, in the midst of doing these things, what is it that I learned from it so that I can be more effective? That's a very uncomfortable thing. Learning is a very uncomfortable thing. But if you're trying to maximize your potential, this is something that you have to do. You got to, sometimes you got to buckle down. You got to be humble. You got to be able to listen. Well, yeah, you got to listen. So that means you got to humble yourself to those who have more wisdom than yourself. Because you don't have it, other people have it. So you got to humble yourself to that. That's not a comfortable thing to do. You want to be good at everything. You want to be good at everything and stuff, that you put your hands on. I mean, I'm not a fan of Jordan Peterson, but Jordan Peterson again said it best, is that, we don't like trying new things because of the risk of failure. But I'm saying your failure doesn't mean that you are a failure. You failed at something because maybe it's just your lack of knowledge. Maybe it's just your lack of knowledge or whatever and stuff, right? But whatever it is, right? You have to learn. It's just like riding a bike or whatever. You didn't learn how to ride a bike on your first hit. You rode the bike, you fell down, you scraped your neck. You scraped your arm and your knee or whatever and stuff. But you got back up and you got better at it. And so, in everything that you do and stuff, it's going to be a level of uncomfortableness. And so, in trucking, let's see. Oh, let me make sure I read that post and stuff right. Yeah, you got guys out here and stuff. They talking about the cent per mile thing, right? The cent per mile thing. If that's what some people who make 55 cent a mile are making more money than somebody that's doing it for 75 cent a mile. You see what I'm saying? And so you got to find out. You got to learn and stuff. Okay, all right. What's the maximum potential that I can do and stuff as a company driver? going over here and stuff like that. You know, this is a business. This is a business and stuff, man, but people don't really understand the total aspect of the business. If you're going to be a company driver, then your mindset is that, hey, listen, I am rendering over my skill to a company that has trucks that need to be driven. Okay? And so I'm rendering over my service and stuff to them. So whatever loads and stuff that they need, whatever loads and stuff, wherever the loads are going and stuff, right? I'm going to be taking that. So you're going to be responsible for the business. I'm just waiting on you and stuff to tell me what is it that you need me to do and where is the load going? What time does it pick up? What time does it deliver? And that's that. You know, don't get yourself emotionally involved in anything else and stuff, man, except the business itself. You know, go over there, run, do what has to be done and stuff. If the load has to go from one point to the next, take it where it has to go. That's what you're there to do. All right. So once the job is done and you're waiting on another load, you know, you're waiting on another load or whatever and stuff, you know, don't get yourself wrapped up because they're not calling you right away. Don't talk yourself out of money, in other words. Get yourself familiar with, okay, what's the layover policy? What's the layover policy and stuff, right? Get yourself familiar with that and stuff. And so go over here while you're down, right? While there's nothing to do at this particular time. Are there skills and stuff that you're lacking in? And so if you're lacking in something, this is the time to be maximizing that time and stuff. You know, be reading a book, going on social media, learning the things and stuff that you are lacking. Okay, financial literacy and stuff, whatever. You know, make use of this time. Make use of this time while you have it, and don't worry about that particular aspect of the business because that's going to be covered. They know that truck is at the truck stop. They know that truck doesn't have a load. They know that. You know, you don't have to keep reminding them of that and stuff. And so, you know, for you to go in there and call them and let them know that, that's just useless conversation. Get out of that. Take the truck, find somewhere to park and stuff, man. You know, find somewhere to park and stuff, and then utilize your time. Utilize the time and stuff that you have in order to maximize your potential to be the very best version of yourself. Because it's always time for that. It's always time and stuff for self-improvement, self-reflection. Okay? So, you know, when they call and stuff, that's it. You get out here, you make your money. You see, when you look at your bank account, if that bank account ain't where it's supposed to be at and stuff, then there it is right there. Okay, that's a problem. What is it that you're trying to do? Okay, I want my bank account to be at this amount right here. So if it's not at that amount right there and stuff, then okay, what the hustler does is that they continuously work until that account is where it needs to be. They ain't taking no breaks. They aren't going on vacation. They're not trying to do things comfortably or whatever. They're saying, what is it I can do and stuff in order to get my account where it needs to be? Is there things that I can do here in order to improve the amount of capital that I make in this country? Okay, what are some things and stuff that I can do to maximize my money? You know, but people kind of get caught up and they get comfortable in saying, okay, eventually the account is going to get there. Yeah, but then it took you about 10 or 20 years and stuff on something that probably could have took about a couple months and stuff to do. You know, you're going to have to throw yourself all the way in it. You know, as a company driver, you got to throw yourself all the way in it. If you try, you know, if it's about the money, okay. If it's about the money and stuff, okay, man. Look, I'm not going home until I get this amount and that's it. Okay, I need to figure out and stuff, man. How do I get to this amount and stuff, and then do a reflection to see, okay, once I reach the goal, was there things and stuff that I could have done to improve myself so when I go and set a different goal or whatever, because it's going to be a higher goal, right? Can I get there faster and more effective? So there, you know, doesn't matter what company you go to. Doesn't matter what company you go to, whether it's Schneider, Warner, whoever's sitting there saying, hey, listen, now hire. I would say this. I mean, you know, even if you go to Chicagoland, and stuff, you know, if you're going in as a company driver, then just go in with that intention of knowing that my service that I render is driving your truck from whatever point and stuff to whatever point and so on and so forth. And that's that. So, you maximize your potential. Okay, yeah, if I'm sitting here at the truck stop, all right, you ain't got no load and stuff, that's fine. Get yourself familiar with the layover rules and stuff like that, and don't talk yourself out of money. Okay, the next load and stuff. I mean, if they require you to send a macro in, or whatever it is and stuff that you got to send, make sure you send it. Make sure you send it, and don't talk yourself out of money. You see what I'm saying? Okay, they don't have a load right now and stuff. You don't have a load right now and stuff. That's okay. Yeah, well, you could be making more money if you did have a load, but there's not a load right now. So you might as well take some money than no money at all. Yeah, I would like to be making more money all the time, but I got to take whatever I can get at this particular juncture here. And so, if you go in with that attitude there and stuff, man, you will actually want to move on to the next step of opening up your own business. Cause truth be told, man, if Yellow Freight didn't teach us anything, is that there's zero benefit to being a company driver now. There's zero benefit to being a company driver now and stuff. I hate to say it, but that's just a fact. There's zero benefit to being a company driver. I mean, you got to pay for your own benefits. You got to pay for your own benefits. You got to supply your own benefits. You can work for a company 20 years, 30 years, or whatever and stuff, man. I mean, you can leave, and if you ain't set anything up for yourself, you have absolutely nothing. Absolute zero and stuff. And because of what Yellow Freight did, that's actually going to be pushing more regulation into us and stuff, man, that got our businesses established. Because all of the set-asides and stuff all these tax breaks and stuff, man, that the government sat there and allowed Yellow Freight and stuff to, they gave them all these breaks and stuff, for the benefit of saying, all right, by you guys doing this, we'll give you breaks and stuff, and so you're bringing in more clientele, more workers to pay taxes, right? And now you just folded and stuff, and you got 25,000 people out of work now. They don't have anything, and nobody's being arrested. $5.2 billion, $5.2 billion net business last year goes bankrupt this year. Nothing to show for it and stuff. I mean, this is what happens. Like I say, they talk about, well, they don't want any government oversight and stuff like that, but then you do stuff like that. And now, guess what's going to happen? Now you got to have government oversight because, when you left it to yourself to go over here and take care of these things for yourself, you didn't do it. Now the government has to come in and has to look, okay, all right, y'all have these set-asides right here going on, you got to make sure you're paying into this, make sure you're paying into that, make sure the money's going over here, make sure the money's going over there. But what's first thing, people talking about, oh man, we shouldn't have too many government oversights and stuff. But when a $5.2 billion business goes under and nobody can explain and stuff like that, and not just that, nobody's going to jail. Nobody's saying, okay, yeah, I did it. They gave all these breaks and stuff, and now the government is on the hook for 25,000 employees. They're on the hook, and they didn't get no money. So now they got to dig in a little bit deeper and stuff. They got to dig in a little bit deeper just to take care of things and stuff that they said, okay, well, you know what? We'll cut you a break if you take care of it. Fine, yeah, we'll do it. Right, well, the thing about Chicagoland, is just like anywhere else. If you don't have a plan, right, it doesn't matter whether you go Chicagoland or whether you go to these mega carriers. If you don't have a plan, then man, whatever they do at Chicagoland, they're going to do it to mega carriers because the mega carriers do the same thing. They do the exact same thing. What is it that one carrier does that the other one doesn't do? They just they maybe dress it up a little bit differently or whatever and stuff, but it's still the same. It's still the same thing. You're trying to make money. If you're not making money at the mega carrier, you're not going to be making money at Chicagoland. So the plan is the same. It's that you got to go in I'm not saying going in understanding what the business is and stuff, guys. You don't, a lot of times you don't know. That's why they're bringing you in. Yeah, come on over here, because we're better than the other people. Okay, what is it that you're doing over here that these other guys aren't doing? Everybody is in the business of transporting freight, right? So how are we freight transporters, but yet we all suffer the same problems, right? The rates are the same. It doesn't matter whether I do it or whether they do it. But I'm going to pay you more to drive my truck than the people and stuff over here. There has to be, there has to be some takeaways and stuff. What is it that, okay, you're paying me more over here, but then what is it that you're lacking? The American is somewhat honest. No, he's not. No, he's not honest. Yellow freight. What was that? Yellow freight. What was that? Like I said, there's no difference. There's no difference. Consolidated freightways. Consolidated freightways and stuff. Roadway. Carolina. Now you got yellow freight. They all went out the same way. They came in one day, everybody thought they had a job and stuff like that. Next day they ain't got one. Arrow Trucking. What's the difference between them and Chicagoland? The American is honest. The American is honest. Okay, you know what? You got a job today and then tomorrow you don't. It's the same 101. They run the same 101. They run the same 101s, man. If you don't, they take advantage of people who simply don't know. Okay? They take advantage of people who simply don't know. This person lease purchase program and stuff is the same as everybody else's. If you go to Super Ego, you go to National Carriers, it's the same thing. If you go to Dart, if you go to Dart Transportation, if you go to KLLM, it's the same thing. They run the same 101s on you. The same dispatchers are there. The same, I'm going to sit down and talk, and it's going to be the same thing. Hey, man, listen, why I ain't making money? Well, the reason why you're not making money is because of the places that you're going to fuel. Look at where you're fueling at. You're not using our fuel network. You're not driving the truck efficiently, Even though the truck is set at 65 mile an hour. It's just, everybody has the same problem. Or Prime Inc., you go to Prime Inc., same problem. Same problem. I mean, everybody has the same problem. Doesn't matter what lease program you go to. You go to company driver, it's the same thing. You leave a company because you're not making money, and then you go to a company because they swear up and down they're going to be paying you and treating you better. And what happened? It's the same. You watch any of these guys and stuff that switch these jobs. Any of these guys that switch these jobs, when they go over there, oh man, this company is the best company in the world and stuff, man. They promised me this, that, or whatever. And then, you watch them a couple weeks later and stuff, man. Oh man, I'm quitting this company. I'm abandoning that truck and stuff, man. I ain't making no money, so on and so forth. It's the exact same thing. Any one of them. Don't call them by name. You know who they are. You know who they are. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, dude, I feel kind of sorry for them guys, man. Like, cause I know filling out an application gotta be tough. Like list the last companies that you've been working for 10 years. And you got to put down all these references and stuff like that. Like, man, you got to put down all those references and stuff, man. And I mean, you got to put them all down. You got to put them all down and stuff. But I imagine, man, filling out an application got to be a beast for some of these guys, man. But hey, more power to them. But I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing and stuff. It was one person, like I said, gonna remain nameless, was right over here where I was. Right over here where I was and stuff, right? I done been over here. I done been with these guys for 4 years. I'm not saying I'm being comfortable. I'm just saying, y'all know what my concept is and stuff, man. I'm gonna go and get it while I can, get what I can while I can for as long as I can. And, I was sitting there talking to this individual, and I'm like, I was talking to this individual, and I found out that they was over here and stuff, the same place I was. I'm like, daggone, why did you leave? Oh man, and I'm just saying that this individual and stuff, he's very, you can't tell him nothing. You can't tell him anything and stuff. And so, this was, and when me and that individual was talking, I was telling him, yeah, I got a few truck payments left. I got a few truck payments left and stuff, and after that, my truck's gonna be paid off. And we was about to go into a conversation and stuff about that, but like I said, this person is one of those individuals that you can lay the stuff down, and they're gonna do everything opposite of what you tell them. They're gonna do everything opposite of what you tell them and stuff, man. And then they wind up continuously having the same problem. Like, dude, you got to chill, because every place that you go to ain't bad. It's not. Every place that you go to ain't bad and stuff, man. It's just you going over there with the wrong intention. And if the intention is about hustling, then man, look, get what you can while you can for as long as you can. You know what I'm saying? If they're paying the money, go over there and get the money, because you're not born with a silver spoon in your mouth and stuff. So, I mean, you're starting out with $0. If you're starting out with $0, then the only thing that you have is your skill. The only thing you have, your skill, you have your skill and your time. Skill and time equals resource. Skill plus time equals resource. The better the skill, the more time you have, the better the resource you're going to get. And that's what you got to work on and stuff. And now once you got the resource, now you got resource plus time plus skill. All that equals greater resource. This is why, when it comes to Jay-Z, and stuff like that, you look at the entertainment sector, whatever, people who sit there, they have skill, they have time, they got resources. When they got the resources and stuff, they add all these things together and got around people and stuff who had greater resources, and their resources became bigger. And so when people can't understand it, what they be talking about, the supernatural stuff. He signed to see it. Man, he worshiped the devil. That's why he got so much money, because he out here eating children and sacrificing and all that stuff. That's why they got all this money. Not the fact that they out here and stuff, improving on their skills. They ain't got nothing to do with it. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes on that, they invest their money and stuff into it, so they get greater resources and stuff because of that. Some of the people who got greater resources, they sat there and did like what some of the people are doing now. They saying, well, what would you take? $50,000? They take $500,000 or an hour with Jay-Z. Well, Jay-Z did the same thing with Warren Buffett. Hey, Warren, listen, man, can I get an hour, 2 hours of your time and stuff like that? Yeah, it's gonna cost you about $5 million. Bet. Lay down the agenda for him and stuff and say, all right, now you got it. What you gonna do with it? Okay. I'm gonna understand these contracts and stuff. I ain't gonna get myself caught up in these 360 deals and stuff like that. I may have to sell this, may have to sell that, to get to get these resources and make the proper investment. But see, people, they're so, you see what I'm saying? Non-hustlers look at the hustlers, and they saying that you hustle so much and stuff, man, that it's almost, they don't understand it. So now, it's like witchcraft. It's witchcraft. You gotta be worshiping the devil. You gotta be worshiping the devil and stuff because you're making so much money. If that was the case, man, everybody'd be rich. I'm just saying. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to break into the metaphysics or whatever and stuff, right? But I'm just saying. From a logical standpoint, if worshiping the devil, right, gets you all this money and everything, it'll be a lot of rich people out here, man. It'll be a lot of rich people out here. But see, they don't understand a hustler's ambition. They don't understand a hustler's ambition and stuff. And so it's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. But then when you pop back up, bam. Oh man, where you get these 3 trucks from? Where you get these 3 trucks from and stuff, man? You gotta be, oh man, you getting all that and stuff because you getting all that because you're different than everybody else. You're different than everybody else. Where you getting all this equipment and stuff from? How you making all these power moves and stuff like that? And they just can't put their finger on and stuff. But I mean, you're sitting there giving them the game the whole time. And they still don't believe you. They still don't believe you and stuff. Case in point, my brother. I got a younger brother and stuff drive truck. I gave him the game and stuff. This guy, he rolled with me. He rolled with me for 3 months, and every single day I got him gamed up. I mean, I'm sitting over here, I'm breaking stuff down to him and stuff. I'm telling him how I'm doing this, how did I get to this, how did I get here, how I get there and stuff. This what you need to do and stuff like that. I said, man, look, the first year is gonna be the first 2 years gonna be the toughest years. You seen me go through this. You seen me go through this and stuff, and I'm breaking everything down to him. I'm like, man, it ain't easy. It ain't easy and stuff, man. We're missing loads, we're missing loads. I'm making phone calls and stuff like that, For 3 whole months, he rode with me. Got him in the truck driving school, the whole 9. I told him, I said, all right, look, you in here, you got your license, he got his license, and he did every single thing. Everything I told him not to do, he did it. Everything I told him not to do, he did it. Y'all seen my situation, like I said, if you look at some of my older videos and stuff like that, I was married for 13 years. I was married for 13 years and stuff. My ex-wife decides she wants to get out here and start driving trucks, right? The struggle firsthand. I was over there, I was at National Carriers for 2.5 years, trying to take care of a wife and 3 kids. The struggle and stuff, man. The times I wasn't able to get home and all that stuff there. I'm like, okay, you decide to go get your license, that's fine, that's wonderful. That's fine, that's wonderful and stuff. She go over there to a certain carrier and she works over there for about a month. She goes and leases a truck and now she's training. Make that make sense. I'm like, and you over here trying to tell me about trucking, right? I've been doing this for over 21 years. I had to take care of my house. I had to take care of my household and stuff with this. But then you get in it, and now all of a sudden the game is just different. The game is different and stuff. But then you wonder why you ain't winning. Where's the ownership at? Where's the ownership and stuff at? I said, well, hey, you seen everything that happened. You seen everything that happened. You saw when I was in the lease. You saw when I was in the lease program and stuff. And then when I gave it up and I went towards the bank and stuff, now, I'm starting to, you was right there when I did the whole, the Lone Mountain thing. When I paid off Sky Rooster, you was there. I told her, I said, man, I'll never do this again. I'll never do this again. Gave her the breakdown and stuff like that. Saved my money up. Saw how much money I put up in my escrow and stuff in that short little amount of time. I say, hey, man, look, I got to step to something better. I give you the whole 101s and stuff, and what happens? People go and do things differently and stuff because they figure, oh, well, it's a secret to the thing, which it ain't. It ain't no secret. I open up the book to you and stuff like that. This is what you got to do. It's the same thing when Casanova 601 was breaking the game down to me. I was the exact same way. Here it is, a man that's a fleet owner. Here it is, a man that's a fleet owner that's giving me the game and stuff, and I did everything opposite of what he told me. And I did everything opposite of what he told me and stuff, and I just wasted a whole bunch of time. I wasted a whole bunch of time and stuff, man. I'm like, and you wonder why is it people don't really give you game and stuff like that. This man is a fleet owner. Showing and proving everything and open up the books and stuff like that. I'm on the phone with him. And stuff. We sitting here and stuff. Hey, look, he said, hey, hold on right quick. Let me take the phone call. He'll be on the phone. He got to talk to the driver and stuff. Okay, all right, yeah. Once you get this, get that. He got to cut checks. He got to cut checks and stuff. I got to put a location and stuff, man. You know, some people using it. They using his trailers to go do other stuff. You know, you got to keep an eye on all this. And yet he still made time to sit there and give me the game. And I did everything except what he told me to do. You know. But I buckled down and stuff, and understood what he was talking about and put it into practice, and here it is. You know, ownership of equipment and stuff like that. You know, having some connection to some people and stuff. You know, not the people that I would like, but you know, not the people that I would like that would give me a contract, but you know, they're keeping me moving. You know, they're keeping me moving and stuff, and so they're useful. You know, I want something a little better and stuff, but you know, I gotta put in a little bit more work to find out who these people are, and you know, eventually I'll land a contract. But you know, it is what it is. Yep, it is what it is and stuff. And so, you know, oh yeah, hey look, hey, something else too and stuff, man. You know, I don't know if y'all remember last year when the FMCSA was talking about on the speed limiters. When the FMCSA was talking about the speed limiters, let me say this. If you guys are talking about trying to get if y'all talking about trying to get some old equipment, y'all better jump on it right now. I'm talking about if you got the money right now to get you an older piece of equipment and stuff, man, I will go ahead and pull that trigger today. Like, yeah, I got the money. If you talking to somebody, go ahead and pull the trigger and stuff, man, because the FMCSA, this is the proposal now. This is the proposal. It hasn't went into law yet. This is the proposal. They were supposed to post it up back in June. They didn't do it. The official proposal is going to be out in December. And they decided on how fast we can drive these trucks, which is 68 miles an hour. 68 miles an hour and stuff, right? But here's the catch. If your truck was manufactured before 2003, before 2003, then you're exempt. Anything over 2003 got to have a speed limiter to 68 miles an hour. What does that mean? That means that the Cat 6NZ, the Detroit 12.7, the N14 Cummins, and the MBE 4000. If you got the first generation model, of any of those motors and stuff, the Volvo, the VLN, the VLN DT12, if I'm not mistaken, it's the DT12. If you got any of those motors and stuff, man, if you got any of those motors, those motors are now solid gold. They are solid gold and stuff, man. So the prices of those things. So now, if you got a motor that's ELD exempt, that means that you now speed limiter exempt too. So I imagine a Detroit 60 series, a 60 series and stuff, man. How much is my 85 worth? It's over $100,000. It's over $100,000 at least. And I'm talking about, it ain't got to be running. All these motors that I just mentioned, if it's above 2000 but below 2003, those motors are gonna run now. Mark my words. The lowest that you're gonna see them is $60,000 starting out. $60,000 starting out. So I'm just saying, And you know, if you can go ahead and get your, if you can go ahead and get your 12.7, N14, a 6NZ, a 6NZ, a DT12, a MBE, the first generation. If you get any of them and stuff, I'll go ahead and pull the plug and stuff. You know, I go ahead and pull the plug on that. I said I'll go and pull the trigger on that. Go ahead and pull the trigger. Go ahead and get that motor, cause it's gold status now. It's gold status. Remember, this is only a proposal. The FMCSA is only a proposal and stuff, but I'm just saying 68 miles an hour is more than likely to go through. It's more than likely to go through and stuff. So the official proposal is going to be posted in December. And that gives everybody the chance and stuff, man, to comment or whatever and stuff like that. The old IDA and stuff, you know, I'm pretty sure they're going to be challenging and stuff. So they're going to be, once they present it, it's going to give people a chance and stuff. If they're going to be taking out any lawsuits and stuff based upon the verbiage or whatever and stuff, just like they did with the ELDs. You know, it's not something that's set in stone. It's a proposal, right? It's a proposal and stuff. And so it's got to go, you know, to Congress, and then it's got to go to Congress, then Senate, and then, you know, once they sign and stuff, then it becomes law. So we still looking at about, I'm going to say it's going to be one of those things they're going to kind of rush. So I imagine they probably going to give you a year. They're going to give you a year, and it doesn't matter, you know, who becomes the president or whatever stuff, right, guys? It's just like the whole ELD thing, you know. Well, they presented this during the Obama administration, and then everybody thought Trump was going to veto it and stuff, and guess what? It didn't get vetoed. You know, 2008 came, and that was it. Garcia went on here and put the word. Garcia went on here and put the word down and stuff like that. That was it. And 2018, April 1st and stuff, everybody had to have the ELDs and stuff in the truck, and that was it, man. You ain't heard no more from it since, you know. But yeah, this is something that's more than likely and stuff that's gonna be passed. So I'm just saying, if you're looking at the prices of trucks and stuff, man, 2003 and lower, those trucks and stuff, man, are gonna shoot up exponentially. And so I'm saying, I gotta look at it some more to see if they said the manufacturer of the truck. I don't know if the motor gives you the exemption. I imagine it doing stuff, right, like the ELDs and stuff. I imagine if it do, the Cascadia 60 series swap, the Cascadia 60 series swap, I imagine that's probably be about $100,000 job. I imagine, you know, cause right now a 60 series 12.7 it's about $60,000 now. It's about 60 grand now and stuff, man. So I imagine if you know, if this thing grow legs, which it does and stuff, man, you know, 60 series swap, Cascadia, $100,000. Easy. And so I'm saying any of these trucks and stuff, man, they gonna be worth, you know, yeah, any of these trucks and stuff, man, they gonna, you know, the motors I see about $70,000, you know, about $60,000 starting out. I'm talking about that's just the motor not working, probably locked up or whatever and stuff, but still rebuildable. You know, the kit's probably gonna run. I imagine the kit probably gonna run you about $15,000. So you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is, man. So you know, it is what it is, man. So that's where we at. It's yeah, that's where we at, man. You know, I seen the proposal and stuff. I'm like, you know, it's it's simply, that's an own operator thing because most people, that's in the lease program and stuff, your truck is set what about 65 mile an hour. It's about 65 and stuff. I seen some people and stuff go a little bit faster, but yeah, if anything, it's gonna, the own operator, the own operator with their own authority, it's gonna hurt them and stuff, man. But I imagine if anybody get the exemption, it's probably gonna be livestock. If anybody get the exemption, it's probably gonna be livestock. They are talking about states' rights. They are talking about states' rights and stuff, and so it's going to be interesting and stuff, to say the least. But yet again, you hear it here. It's a proposal. It's not law. It's a proposal. Okay, the official proposal is going to be posted in December. But I'm saying, shout out to Freight Waves and stuff. They were the first ones to break. They broke the story last night actually. So Freight Waves and stuff, and then they're doing a podcast on it tonight, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Freight Waves got the information. They went on here, they posted, and there it is. So 68 mile an hour for trucks over 2003. So anything below that and stuff, man, according to the information that they posted and stuff, man, they don't require speed limits for trucks under 2006. So I guess when the information and stuff, becomes more prevalent, we'll go more into it and stuff. But that's the thing there. Hey man, listen, if you're talking about, if you got the money, and you talking about getting one of those older trucks and stuff, man, I suggest you go ahead and don't hesitate. Go ahead and pull the trigger. In fact, you should be doing that right now and stuff. Go ahead, get on off here, call the guy, tell him, yeah, I'll go and buy the truck and stuff, man. Don't even haggle him on the price and stuff. Whatever he asks for, go ahead and get it, because I imagine with just this information right here and stuff, man, I imagine by the end of the week and stuff, man, we're gonna probably start seeing an increase in the price of especially those 12 But yeah, all the motors I just mentioned, the 6NZ, the 6NZ, the N14, the N14, the first generation ISX, the 12.7 Detroit, the 12.7 Detroit, the 11.1, and all the motors and stuff in between there and stuff, the 34.8D, the 34.8E. It's probably going to be an increase in the price and stuff for those motors and stuff, man. And they probably, once the news and stuff makes round, you're probably going to be seeing it next week and stuff. So, it is what it is. Yeah, the ISX up to the OS. Yeah, the first ISX came out in 2000. Well, they manufactured it in 2003 for the 04 models and stuff, but it all depends on what it has on the vent plate. I believe it's I think anything before a certain date and stuff, right? Like I believe it's either August or October. If it's I think if it's August, then they do 03, but if it's October, then they do it next year, which is 04. So I got to check that again and stuff, but yeah. That's when those motors and stuff drop. So you got, if you got that generation, you got the first generation one, and they might even do it like, and stuff like what they do with the 6NZ, like if you got a 6NZ and stuff, I done seen some guys where they went and it might be made in 03 and stuff, but then they made some changes and it got a 1999 vent plate on it. So who's to say and stuff, in that. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting for the most part and stuff. So we'll just keep an eye on it and stuff like that. But anyway, fellas, recap. this is gonna be the live. I ain't gonna say this the last live, but until I get my equipment upgraded, and stuff for YouTube, you know, you know, if I post a video or two and stuff, you know, I'll do it in that form there. But you know, live, the lives and stuff, it's just, you know, until I get my equipment and stuff upgraded. And so, you know, that's the challenge there and stuff, man, to make that, you know, to make that, to really make that pop off. So, Instagram is where I'm gonna be posting the stuff up. Once I get you know, from Instagram, I'll let you guys know what the Facebook is gonna be, and you know, you go over there, you can join that and stuff like that. And so that's why I stand there. The equipment got to get upgraded. You know, like I said, you can do older trucks, you can do older equipment and stuff like that, older trucks, older trailers and stuff, and still stay in the business of trucking. But social media, you know, there's no rebuild for for old iPhones and cameras and stuff like that. You know, you got to go with the newer stuff. You know, so I just got to get with the people and stuff and make sure I'm pointing in the right direction, so I can get my challenge to go the way it's going. So everybody, it's been fun. It's been real. I'm still here, still trucking. My contact information is up here on the YouTube page. Feel free to hit me up about anything dealing with trucking. You know, text me first. Let me know who you are. Let me know what the subject matter is and stuff, man. We'll go into constructive dialogue. My other series and stuff that I'm going to be creating, you know, which is life lesson series and stuff, it's going to be non-truck related, right? And I don't want to connect it with this channel here and stuff. So just be on the lookout and stuff for that. But that's also when I get my equipment upgraded, you know. So, you know, but yeah. But that's where it is, man. Stuff. We're gonna be doing Instagram, gonna be doing Facebook and stuff, you know, for a little while till we get the equipment and stuff upgraded. If anything comes up with the DD15 and stuff like that, I'll post a video. You know, I'll post a video and stuff to keep y'all posting stuff up there. So, you know, like I said, everything doesn't require live, but you know, I figure I just go ahead and go live and stuff on this right here. And you know, we're just gonna be changing up some of the form and stuff of what we be doing. And yeah, I'm gonna be really putting serious work in to make that happen. So y'all keep on the lookout and stuff like that. I'll keep updating you and stuff, you know, as things go along, things progress. So with that being said, I'm gonna end on that note there. So it's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, telling you as always, continue to do your own research, fact find, and study. Monitor your skills every day. Till the next time we talk, next time we meet. Be safe. Be easy. Peace out.